Swamiji, I see a lot of Babas on the TV. My mother is also devotee of one. My question is, what is the role of Babas, especially in today's modern society, if there is any role?
It's natural for the modern man to question the very need of a Baba. All of them, barring maybe a handful, all of them are spiritual teachers. Some of them may be more religious, some of them, like me, less religious. But what's our role? To guide the ordinary man on the street from wherever the person is, all the way up to moksha, the spiritual end, the spiritual goal of human life. This is the big picture. Everyone may not be talking about moksha, may not be unfolding self-knowledge, but everyone is helping the people to take the next step. So they all have their place. A simple man may not understand what all moksha, etc. is about, but he'll be happy to acknowledge the role of God in his life, maybe be a bit religious. If it contributes to him being a better human being, more tolerant of the people around him, more accepting of the people around him, living more ethically with his ethical values, I think they have done their job. The first step is already taken. Many first steps have been taken, not just first step. Many first steps have been taken. Therefore, if they can do that much also, it's a big thing, because they are helping the society. So there may be some teaching some more goals, like you have so many things coming up, like Kriya Yoga, Hatha Yoga. So some of it may be more holistic health, some of it may be developing the mind, some mind expansion exercises. So there are various things available. Nobody can relate to all of them. Nobody has to relate with all of them either. You take what you need as appropriate. Highest spiritual goal, yes, is moksha, self-knowledge. So if you can relate to that, great. If you are ready for that, great. There are many who are not ready. So for those people, all these Babas who seem to be doing simple things, they also help. Then the skepticism is understandable, because there's a lot of media creation also. If you look at Bollywood, for example, criminals, yes, all have some Baba background, which is fine. The Bollywood has the freedom to do that, but it's a caricature. So a lot of films, etc. come, and some of them well-made films. The storyline, everything is good, but there is a caricature of a spiritual teacher who generally happens to be so-called Hindu. So there is naturally a certain amount of skepticism in society, wondering whether we need that at all. Plus, the spiritual problem is not that well recognized. The spiritual need is also not that well recognized, because the society has also become very consumerist. So people are so busy satisfying immediate needs and immediate sense gratifications. Nothing wrong in that, but they are so busy in that the underlying spiritual needs are not even being aware of, acknowledged, forget being accepted and worked upon. So one naturally doubts whether the Babas have a role to play. But once the spiritual needs emerge, then you automatically recognize that there is a lot of need for such spiritual teachers to be around. Then are there crooks among us? Yeah. There will always be. It's nothing new. Even when Ravana came to kidnap Sita, he came dressed as a sannyasi. Why? Because there was also always a lot of trust as well. Like how much there is skepticism in today's society, there is also a lot of people who respect the robes. So there'll always be a few crooks who wants to exploit the respect that people have for their own personal ends. That's part of the game. So it only shows that one has to be discerning when one chooses a spiritual teacher.